How's it going, everybody? My name is Mikey, and today we are going to be playing some Rimworld. Now, I know it's been a long time since I've made a video, but if you're seeing this, I have this entire series done, and when we either lose or win, I'm going to be uploading it. So I'm going to be playing this live, but I'm not going to upload it until I'm done with the series. Now, this is the direction I'm going to be taking on the channel, just to ensure that there's not series that aren't finished, whether I lose interest in a game or not. I'm just done with all that. If I'm going to post something on the channel, it's going to be done, or it's going to be a long-term project that I'm committing to. I don't want to jump around anymore. I want to just make consistent content. I really have fun making the content, and we're just going to go from there. So right now I've been playing a ton of Rimworld. You can see I'm on 1.0. This is completely vanilla Rimworld, which I know a lot of people, especially that are new, are going to be playing. So I have a couple games going right now. This is a Naked Brutality playthrough on, I think, what's the one below Savage? It's on Rough. And right now I also have a Savage playthrough that's a Crash Landed on the Savage Crash Landed. So my goal is to try to beat Merciless. Now I have about 305 hours in the game, so I feel like I do know quite a bit, so we're actually going to give that a go. We're going to do a crash landed scenario because this is how I usually practice. It speeds the game up quite a bit, accelerates you really fast into the mid game, especially if you choose some decent colonists. And this is how I kind of test the waters on new difficulties for myself. I usually don't like to jump right into this on a new difficulty. This is a new game mode as of 1.0. You start with nothing. One person, they're naked. It's pretty difficult, but I love this scenario. I used to do this scenario. I used to just take the one rich explorer and just delete everything. So I'm glad they actually added it, but this is playing Rimworld on hard mode. So Crash Landed is generally your basic starting. I always play Cassandra Classic. I don't like to play Randy Random, especially for a YouTube series. This will be more of a test of the difficulty, and Phoebe Shellax can be a little too easy. So, I've never done this, but we're going to try Merciless, and we're going to do commitment mode. So, I generally don't have many problems on Rough Down. There's just I feel like there's no competition there, unless you really get out of hand with your wealth, balancing, and stuff like that. But Savage has proven to be a little more difficult, but I don't know. We'll see how Merciless goes. Like the description says, it's very difficult, and you're pretty much always going to have problems, but we'll see. All right, we're going to actually take the seed CaptainChow, so that if you guys want to follow along and play your own colony at home, you can. We're going to leave everything else the same. And I've been so nervous about making videos that I just don't make them. So right now, I'm just going to try to pump out content and get used to it. I think that's going to be a lot of fun. So hopefully this series goes well. I'm assuming we're going to die. But if we die, we're going to keep retrying until we win. And then eventually, once we beat it on Crash Landed, we'll go to Naked Brutality on this difficulty. So an interesting map. I want to be somewhat near some other colonies. I think for my first attempt at this, I should do Temperate Forest for sure, but I've been getting burnt out at Temperate Forest. I've been playing a lot of Boreal Forest, very cold Boreal Forest, which is something we could definitely do. But down here this is Tropical Rainforest. This is Temperate Forest. We could do down here. We do this large hills, arid shrubland. We could do that. Now the setup for the game is always going to take quite a bit of time, but that's okay. We're used to that. Oh, this would be a pretty good spot. I don't think I'm gonna get a. Yep, there's no negative bonus either. Yeah, we'll go here. We can always visit these colonies. It's a year-round growing period. This just makes it a little easier. All right, so now we gotta pick our colonists. So a little tip for people that are trying to get better at the game, they're watching this to see what someone does on a higher difficulty. I generally go for 3 things. I want a study person. Actually, this is gonna change when I randomize it. I want a person that's like a bodyguard that can yield that beginner rifle. I want someone who can study, and has some good traits for that. And I also want someone who's just an all-around good, maybe has a crafting. You're gonna see actually why I don't really need someone to plant all that well. And having someone that can do medical is pretty important too. So we're gonna first try to find our intellectual. And generally when I try a new difficulty, I like to make it a little easier on myself than make it harder on myself. If I play on a lower difficulty, I usually just pick random characters and try to get it done. So this one is actually pretty solid. There's a little bit, oh, that's a lot of pain. This person is also solid. Fast walker, Gorman, wimp, doesn't really matter. We're just looking at this intellectual number. Has a slight passion for it, can shoot, so he is viable in defense. Can't really do much else, but that is fine. We're not going to be too picky because that's a little cheesy, but that's going to be our study guy. This Gorman might be a little, it's not that big of a deal. So right here, we're going to go for our guard. We're going to look for a high shooting skill with the ability to train it. And you can also see that I'm generally staying away from health problems. There aren't too many game-breaking traits, but health problems can be difficult. So what's this guy? Optimist, super immune, that's actually super good. Optimist is good. Annoying voice can be a little meh. Looks like just a decent shot. Pretty much can't do anything else, but is capable of, like, you know, cleaning and stuff like that. I would like someone with a little bit of cooking on their shooting, and you'll see why in a second here. So we're gonna flip through a few more. This person has 3. This person might be good also. So we have trigger happy, which can be not so great, I feel like, for worst shots, especially as a hunter. Industrious is good, but hypersensitive we don't want. All right, we'll flip through a few more and just try to find a somewhat decent one. All right, so this guy's got a head scratch. That's no big deal. Can also cook, which is good. Has some crafting, has some medical, social and firefighting. That's totally fine. So this person's gonna be our bodyguard. I like to name them what they are. It just helps me during the game. I know it's not as fun, but maybe if we get some people involved on the channel a little more, in future series we can change that to actual people's names. All right, so now we got our guard, and now we kind of just need, like, I like to call them like a floater. Don't need a cook, and I'll show you why. I recently kind of changed my strategy when it comes to food management, so I'm excited to showcase that a bit. Wow, this person's pretty good. Oh, and we have a lover of guard's opinion of me, plus 35. Oh, that's really good, actually. So this person's, they're lovers, so they're gonna just, like, stay in the same room. That's actually super valuable. Volatile, that's fine. Optimist is good. This actually might be an issue in the harder difficulties. I'm not exactly sure how that scales. Trumpet, that's pretty funny. But we have a crafter. We have everything we need, so we're all set. And this guy can also be a social, which is super good. That's super high social. That's abnormally high. This would be really good for trading and stuff like that. So we're just gonna set this guy as we're just gonna call him float. All right. So we got a 51-year-old, 56-year-old, and 29-year-old. I'm not too worried about age, so these should all be pretty solid. We have a really good few starting colonists. Let's hit it. Pretty nervous about this. I think Merciless is gonna go pretty bad my first time. I did notice a big difference from rough to savage. Ooh. So I'm hoping there aren't any caves. Yeah, there's no caves. Oh, there is caves. This actually might be a problem. Dormant and not reproducing. So I'm not gonna touch them. I'm not gonna, a little trick you can do that I learned also. At the beginning of the game, go to orders, go to allow, and right click. You can unforbid all items, which is super good. So you don't miss like a pocket of survival meals or something. What a cool map we got. All right, so I'm the type of person who values my defense over rich soil and everything else, especially on harder difficulties. So this is looking pretty clear where I want to build here. So remember that other than AirPod drops, which are pretty hard to avoid anyways unless you build a mountain base, which I do not like to do, you're gonna have people coming in from the open segments of the map. So from the north, it looks like, from the east, all these places. One thing that could be pretty defensible is a choke point right here over water. We could build something right here, and this would mean basically that we would be isolated from them coming in here and people coming in through here. We could funnel them to like here and here, or we could just build down in here. But I kind of like how this looks a little better. Plus we're dropping here, so this would just speed up everything a little bit. I think we're gonna build in here. The reason for this is that I feel like this is a little too enclosed in here. We actually might just end up taking this whole thing, but I'm worried about sappers just coming in through here and me only defending this. Whereas if I build here, I can kind of defend. I'm worried about sappers coming through here also. But hopefully most people are going to funnel through here, at least in the early game, which is going to make this pretty defensible. So we're going to start with all these goodies. And now this is kind of like my pre-prep phase. I know this takes a long time, but people that play Rimworld will understand that this is just how it goes. First, we need to switch priorities. So I put everybody on 1 for all the important stuff. This person's gonna be our only doctor, unfortunately. So hopefully they don't get hurt. Warden, this person will handle. We'll have both of these people cook. Research, actually we're gonna take this away. Put these on 2. Our best crafter, our best artist, this guy's our best crafter. Put these all on 2. We got a plant cutter here, miner, grow. What's the construction difference? Pretty substantial. So this one's gonna construct. We're not gonna hunt for a bit. Since we have food right now, we're just gonna focus on infrastructure. And that looks pretty good. We're gonna start like that. We're actually gonna encourage people to haul first. I don't know how much I want to sky. Wait, I thought I allowed all. Oh, these just opened up. Okay. All right, cool. So first we're gonna assign, I like to put my people in order of being able to fight. And we gotta make sure nobody has, this old gunshot is on the torso, part efficiency is still high, so that's good. Bio. I think, yep, this person's gonna be prioritized over that, and study is gonna be last. Okay, so forest and, or a float and guard here is gonna be our top guy. So I put them in order. So this guy's gonna get the bolt action, guard's gonna get the pistol, study's gonna get the knife. Float is, since who's the most important colonist here? I think our most important colonist is actually Float. Gosh, they're all really solid people. You know, he's a wimp. He's got the knife and everything. We're actually just gonna give it to Float for now. So he's gonna wear all the armor. All right, that's nice. That's all the armor that we start with. And now we're gonna start making zones. So you can start in the top left. I'm not gonna really grow too much. I'm gonna grow, we're gonna go 1 patch of cotton that's like a 5x5. Actually, no, we need to go a little bit bigger than that. 6 by 8. That's gonna be cotton. I start this so I can get some early, like some carpet in my bedrooms and stuff like that. We don't have anyone that's too high on plants, I believe. Oh, we have a 7 actually in plants. That's pretty good actually. Then we're gonna go here, and I think we're just gonna plant. Yeah, we don't have the skill for heal root yet. All right, we'll just leave the little cotton patch and we'll just make this a little bigger. Give us some early game cash, and that'll be good. I'm actually gonna shut this off so you don't have to look at that. Actually, let's keep it on while we're building. All right, our stockpile zone is gonna be inside a structure. So let's start with our bedroom. So let's think of how we wanna plan this. I think I want the bedrooms at the top and the main room at the bottom. So the main room's gonna be like right here. Our power generation might go like into here. Our defenses will go up here. Speaking of which, I should probably move this. We have some rich soil over here. I'm worried about a raider coming early and just kind of trolling me by burning my stuff down. So this is all going to be 100%. So I'm just going to grow this over here. I'm going to check to make sure this is all 100% fur. It is. We can delete that. Make this a tad bigger. Okay. Now over here, I'm going to build rooms at the bottom, I believe. So we're going to go 6 by 6. Yep. So there's going to be 4 spaces in each one. All right, we're just gonna build 3 for now. Boom. Actually, boom, boom, boom. Cool. And then we're gonna have to put the furniture in those rooms, or we should make the structure. So I like to have 2 spaces for like a little walkway, and this is gonna be like our main room. We're gonna go probably a good 10. We'll just match the dimensions here by 16. We're gonna also build a little freezer off of it, which I want my freezer probably right here. And we're gonna do something like more. I want a little bit bigger of a freezer this time. My last couple playthroughs I've built my freezer too small. That's much better. And for right now, this will just be our stockpile zone, our freezer. All right. And our dumping stockpile zone, I actually think, do I want it outside? Yeah, we'll dump all our stuff right here. All right. We'll put a door. Actually, I want to make this bigger. It's not going to cost too much more wood, and then I just don't have to worry about it again. Instead of constantly expanding like I did before. We got to cancel. All right. Doors, I'm going to put a door probably in the top right. Well, they're going to want to go into the freezer here. So I think I should make a second entrance to the freezer. For example, when I go to production here, I'm going to put... let me actually cancel this real quick. Nutrient paste dispenser. If you do not play with a nutrient paste dispenser, start playing with a nutrient paste dispenser. Trust me. I watched a video on it, tried it out myself. It is the best thing, and I'll show you how that works coming up soon. And we're also going to throw a butcher table probably right here. I don't mind that it's outside this, so there's a little airlock. It doesn't sacrifice any space. I'll actually build this right here. And this, I want it critically or important. I don't want rotten. Can't allow meals if we end up getting some meals, which we do have at the start of the game. We want our medicine, our herbal medicine. And then I want animal-like corpses. All right. So as you can see, we're starting to piece it together, and pretty soon we're gonna let them just do their thing for a bit. Now that this is open over here, I'm actually just gonna make this the cotton, as long as there's no penalty right here. Yeah, we're good. It's just closer. As the more you can consolidate things, just remember, the better off you're gonna be. Trust me, it's just the more efficiency you can have in your playthrough, the better. So we're gonna put like a door probably in the middle somewhere right here, and something like right here. All right, cool. Good stuff, good stuff. We're gonna have to separate like a little kitchen area. We don't have a cook, but we're gonna need a little research room. And I think for the research room, the advanced table is gonna be about that big. So maybe this can be like our little research room. Our production can go in here, the simple research bench. Get some furniture going, get a dining chair for that. I'm just gonna speed through this a little bit. We're gonna put this table here. And we're gonna put our chairs around it. We'll start with 4, so when we get a new colonist, we don't have to worry about it. What's nice is we do not have a cook. Remember that. That is super, super nice. Recreation, I want to put a horse pen outside. Boom, we'll put it right there. That's okay. We'll put it down here. It's for not in the way as much. As you can see, I'm just scrolling through these things. What do I need? What do I need? We're gonna need some power. We're gonna need stuff in each person's bedroom. Boom, boom, boom. Throw some end tables in. Now this is gonna take them days to do, but that's okay. That's okay. They can struggle the first few days as long as we get a good colony up and running and really plan it out to make sure what we want to do. We're gonna start with no rooms. Or no, what did I say? Sorry, I was looking at something else. We're gonna need the vents there. We're gonna need a cooler in here. So that can go probably like right here would be best. I should double insulate this. I'll probably just end up building another cooler. I'm not gonna insulate it. That's a pain. If it becomes a problem later, I can just add another cooler, bite the bullet. I've been using wind turbines a lot more. I've been super excited about that. I'm actually gonna put this here. As you can see, as you go through, it's all gonna change on where you plant things, and all of that is going to change. Because you're kind of just doing it as you go. You're just trying to plan this out the best you can. Alright, so this is gonna feed through here, and this is gonna go all the way down to here. This will provide those things power. We don't need power in the bedrooms yet. We are gonna need temperature later. I am gonna throw a little chess game down here as well for recreation. So everything is pretty set to go. I do need hoppers from my nutrient paste dispenser. Do not forget these, or else it won't work. And you can detach them to all sides. We got 5 of them, which is good. We do not need a stove because of the nutrient paste dispenser, which is super, super cool. Everybody has clothing, so nobody is upset right now. Crafting spot, there's no point in building that at this point. Actually, maybe just one for a second, just with one build to make a short bow, so that plasteel knife can get out of the equation. We could do a little temporary security setup, probably like right here. Just make 3 sandbags. I think I want this out further, like right here. All right. Build this behind it, and always make sure roof over where your colonists are going to be defending from. So that'll be a good little bunker, at least to start. It'll allow us to shoot at oncoming people. All right, let's see how this goes. We're unpausing it now. I feel like I got ahead of the curve enough to where I can just kind of let things go. We're actually going to shut research off for now for the first few days. We're just going to accumulate stuff, work on the base. Haul some garbage over. Yeah, we definitely want these rocks out of the way for when we start shooting. It's nice that everybody can do dumb labor, which is really helpful in our colony here. Definitely want this guy to construct. What's our animal that we started with? Oh, we started with the husky. That's actually really cool. We're gonna make sure we adjust our home area here. I don't like that in my home area, and I don't want that in my home area. This is my home area. All right, that's better. Things look like they're going pretty good. It's gonna take, I'm not gonna train the animal yet. Huskies are super nice because of one thing right here. Animal filth rate is 0. So you can let them just be unrestricted. They'll feed themselves out of your stuff. They'll just go in and eat my raw meat and my survival meals, but that's okay. Huskies can be pretty useful. It's a lot better than a lot of things you can get. What is going on here? Why does it keep failing? You're 7. Huh, interesting. Must just be unlucky RNG. What the heck? So you see they're gonna sleep a night without, if he fails again, I'm gonna be really confused. Alright, we're good. Power. Nice. Hey, cool. So now we just gotta make sure to cut the plants in the direction of it. It's being blocked by oak tree and all that stuff. I want him to build the structures first. So they're gonna sleep outside. Shouldn't be an issue in the short term. Don't want to make it a consistent thing though. Really want to get this done. Oh shoot, they didn't haul in the components or anything. Hauling set on priority 1. What else could they be doing? Like, what did they do all day? Alright, not giving them enough credit. It is ambitious, an ambitious build. We don't need any of these things just yet. Our research project is going to start probably with batteries. It's generally my first go-to. We have a bow right here, which I want him to equip. Screw this. I know why things aren't getting done. They're hauling all these rock chunks. That's not priority. Just have to haul these through. Want them to haul all the important stuff first. It's just a waste of time. Oh, we need another person on plant cut. That's what we need. Alright, we got our defense up, at least for the short term. I think I just need wood. I think that's the issue. I think all this just needs to be cut in here. All of these trees. Yeah, because building everything else that doesn't have wood in it. And I don't think float can cut. Yes, you can. Alright. Alright, so they're getting to work. They're not happy. They're not going to be happy for probably another day. It's probably going to take one more day to get all this wood built. I want to make sure the power is going to where it needs to be. It is. Ancient danger. Okay, so that's right there. What? Oh, that's why. Guys, I'm really awful. I'm tragically awful. Well, now we know why they're not hauling the stuff in, so we're gonna actually wake them up to haul all this. It's really bad of me. So all this deteriorated at least a little bit because I had just set this for food. Prematurely. Generally what you want to do is just make this your stockpile, and that's what I thought I was doing. But I was most certainly not. So luckily they'll pull all this stuff together now. Yeah, but that means none of these survival meals have probably been grabbed, or everything around the map has probably not been grabbed, I'm assuming, because there's no place to store it. So, looks like it. Looks like we got pretty much everything. We have 38 survival meals. It's good music in Rimworld. Spiders over here. Alright, looks like a pretty cool map. I haven't had this cool of a map in a bit. It's a little janky. I like that. I really want Float just plant cutting until he can finish all of it. Gotta make sure this is down to freezing. A little more wood and we'll be finished. Just making sure I'm checking everything, that I got everything covered. Got a visitor. It's actually pretty cool. So we gotta remember, yep, Float is our good social person. Whenever they come back, what are they grabbing? Oh, they're grabbing all the steel. That's fine. So another thing I like to do is I like to keep this pretty condensed up here. Generally speaking, I don't like to have too much wealth just floating around my colony. You'll see that in a bit. We're gonna abuse these survival meals for a little longer. It's just, I think, the right way to go. Switch that back down to 2. This person isn't doing a whole lot right now. They can just stay on hauling and cleaning. Oh, they left a gift, but they're leaving. So let's catch them before they leave. How much gold is that? I don't want just like 10 gold at the beginning of the game. So I'm actually gonna keep up with him here until guard drops it and sell their gift back to, oh, they won't buy it. That's actually pretty lame. Whatever, we'll sell this extra pair of synthread pants. Everything else we want to keep. So it looks like, yeah, we'll just get 100 silver. Yeah, we'll confirm it, even though they only have 64. All right, so we have the wood stored for it. All right, let's call this Captain's Chows. And then for a settlement name, I don't know. Chowland. There we go. I think we did something similar in a very old Rimworld video. I don't want them on research yet. I want to go a little longer. Yeah, I just want to go a little longer without having them starting research, just to get all the stuff done. It just takes so much effort. Where did all the wood go? I thought we just had 490 wood. Am I absolutely crazy? Do they all get used? Alright, we'll cut more. More trees we can get away from the entrance too is pretty good. Get these rock chunks away. That way people can't take cover behind it all. It's actually pretty decent cover. And then we're gonna bang out the construction right here. Nice. Probably cut a few more trees up here. This is all really good stuff. We've had a really good start. We should expect our first raid here pretty quickly. That's not going to be too far off. We have a mad rat. Shoot, I right-clicked it. It's right here. I really don't want this hurting anyone. Alright, cool. Oof. It's getting better and better. Once everything's all set, we'll make a little room for all this stuff too, so that's not just sitting there. Gonna need more and more wood, for sure. Alright everyone, so I think we're actually gonna cut this off here. It's been a pretty good length of an episode. We'll slow things down. We'll cover what we did. Basically, we're on Merciless difficulty with 3 people on Crash Landed. We picked a mountainous area in the temperate forest biome, which is pretty easy scenario. We're just getting our main base up now. We're going with the strategy of nutrient paste dispenser. Just to cue you in now, we're not growing food. I'm going to be growing cotton, as we talked about earlier. Let me click this on. We're going to be growing cotton, but that's the only thing we're going to be growing. We're not going to be growing anything else other than maybe devil strand and heel root. I'm not going to be growing any food, even though it's a very easy way to get food. What I'm going to be doing is pretty much hunting for all my food. Now, nutrient paste takes 6 food units per meal instead of 10, and you can deal with the slight mood debuff. It's not that big of a deal. So Temper Forest has a lot of animals, and the reason why I like this strat is it keeps your people busy, keeps your hunters busy. You make a lot of a lot of money off the fur, and also the meat. If you get to be friends with a bulk goods trader, you can just gift them meat and furs until they're an ally, which helps later in the game, and they'll come more often to trade. So you can kind of just keep it on a good loop with them and keep your relationship up. What's nice is we have the 3 bedrooms finished, which means that, ooh, I did the worst thing you can do. I left our doggy out. Who's he bonded to? Bonded to Float. I don't know if the animal going into the room causes disturbed sleep, so the animal can just sleep in here. That's fine. All right, so I think we have a really good start, actually. I really like where our base is. I like the setup. It's already pretty much built, and now we can fill it up with things as we go. But we're gonna have people hunting these muffalos to sell the fur, to make dusters for everyone. That's gonna be in the next episode. And just the hunting in general is really the only way to train the shooting skill. So that's why having passions across the board in shooting. When raids come and when these 2 people hunt, they're gonna get a really high shooting skill. Get them both some early good guns, and they can do a lot of work with a couple turrets up. So that's kind of what I'm aiming for. We're gonna try to keep the nutrient paste online. We're gonna try to keep this frozen in here, so we can store all the meat and not have to worry about that. And hopefully the raids aren't too difficult. All right, everyone, thanks for watching. I'm glad to be back on the channel. If you're watching this series is done, no matter the conclusion. So I look forward to finishing this up with you guys, and this will kind of be our own little playthrough, and we'll enjoy that together. Also look for one more thing that's going to be a little goofy on the channel, but I kind of want to make it a running series. That one I probably will post without completing it. But thanks for subbing. I know we hit over 100 subscribers. That's so awesome. Thank you so much for all the support. I've been getting a lot more subscribers with some of my better videos, better performing videos, and I don't know, I just want to make content, guys. I really just want to make content. I don't know what I'm going to make, but I really just need to make it consistently and just see where this all takes me. Alright, have a great day, everyone. See ya.